Okay, be welcome to our morning call of the Giovanna Huxler Capital Funds. We are um, Friday, August 14, 60. Fears of a second wave of COVID-19 in Europe spread as the UK exposed a quarantine on travelers from France and Holland. Unrest in Belarus and fears of possible Russian intervention add to the nervousness to send European stock tumbling away on US futures too. July retail sales are expected to confirm a flattening out of the economic recovery. The publisher of Fortnite sues Apple and Google after it dropped the game from their App Store in a move to defend the sales commission. And the Senate has gone on vacation rather than wait for the hold of the administration to agree on a stimulus package. Here's what you need to know in financial market on Friday, August 14, almost August Friday 30. European stock markets fell sharply after the UK imposed a two-week quarantine on people arriving from France and Netherlands in response to a recent sharp increase in the rate of new coronavirus infections in those countries. The quarantine announcement also showed further loosening of restrictions on domestic business in UK. Adding to the nerves of as a wave of strike across Belarus in protest on the alleged rigging of last weekend presidential election by incumbent Alexander Lukashenko. His opponent, Svetlana Tikhanovskaya, was forced into exile early this week by the country's security service. EU foreign ministers are meeting later Friday to discuss the issue, mindful of the risk of a Russian intervention. In the US, economic recovery intact or not? After much debate over whether jobless claims data on Thursday gave a true flattering picture of the labor market, the US is set to release retail sales data for July at 8.30 to this morning. The figures are unlikely to show much sign of consumer sentiment weakening ahead of the spiral of enhanced unemployment benefits in the end of the month and the cutoff date for the sample fell before the deadlock in Congress over the fourth stimulus package became a major talking point. Even so, sales are expected to have risen only 1.9% from January, consistent with a pattern visible everywhere. Recent data that shows the rebounding activity flattening out. Overnight, Chinese data showed industrial production falling short of expectations for the first time since lockdown were lifted, while retail sales still remained below last year's level. US stock markets are set to open lower ahead of the retail sale release, hit not only by the new out of Europe, but also by continued game of a hard war between House of Democrats and Republicans in the Senate and the administration. The Senate adjourned for its summer recess on Thursday after negotiators made no progress in bridging the gap between the respective proposals on what to include or not in the next round of economic relief measures. Syrian leader Mitch McConnell said the chamber could be recalled for a vote if necessary. The Dow futures contract was down 114 points while the S&P 500 futures contract was down of 0.3%, and the next 100 future contract was down just 0.1%. Epic Games, the publisher of blockbuster video game Fortnite, sued Google and Apple after the two tech giants Fortnite from their Apple Store is in an effort to defend their hefty commission for in-games purchases. Epic had tried to roll out a new way of making in-app purchases to avoid paying hefty fees to the two companies. The Wall Street Journal report those commissions are 30%. The move comes against a backdrop and increasing scrutiny for the tech giant policy with regard to control of their operating system. The EUA, which was already financed Alphabet, Nasdaq, it's Google, for abusing its control of the Android system to squeeze out third-party apps, opened an antitrust investigation into possible abuse of iPhone App Store by Apple in June. Crude oil price fuel at last COVID-19 development in Europe point to a fresh hit to fuel demand. U.S. crude futures was down 0.5% at 42.02 a barrel, while the international benchmark Brent was down 0.4% at 44.77 a barrel. France is the world's biggest tourist destination country, and the UK new restrictions triggered sharp falls in European airline stocks on Friday. Thank you very much. That's our um, morning call from Giovanna Huxley Capital Funds. We are in the all worldwide. I'm Solomon von Heckelstein, and good business for today.